right, let's talk a little bit about something that you'll use a lot in first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, and fifth grade. It's called the bar model. We don't use it very much in kindergarten, but it's important for you to know about before you get there, just so that when your teacher brings it up, you know what she's talking about. All right, so the bar model is a way that we can show math. Especially, it's a way that we can show how we divide numbers up, either into partners like we do when we're adding and subtracting, or when we get into older grades, we can even do the bar model for multiplication and division. So it's important to know about because we can use it for a lot of different things. The bar model shows the different parts that you can make with a number. So watch. This is something, now I wish you guys had some of these at home to play around with in the classroom. If you don't have your own, I'll show you later how you can make your own with, you could draw your own out, or you could use crackers or something that's in the same shape, or you could use Legos or blocks to make your own at home to practice with if you'd like. So let's take a number like 5, right? We know that we can make the number 5 in a lot of different ways, right? We could just do 5 and 0 more, right? With the bar model, we want our top one is our whole number and our bottom one is our parts. We want them to be equal or the same, right? But if we put 4 here, are they equal? No, not yet. What number do we need to make them equal, right? Is it a 2? Nope, because look, now the bottom one is bigger, so that's not right. So it's got to be a 1. So 4 and 1 more. See how now that's equal is equal to 5. Does that make sense? If I'm doing that with blocks, here I have a block of 5. It's a little bit shorter. And then I have a block of 4 orange ones and 1 more blue one, and they're equal. Does that make sense? But I could also make this a different way, right? I could also make 5 with a 3. And a 2, right? 3 and 2 equals 5. Or I could do a 3 and a 1 and a 1. When we were finding the partners for the numbers, when we first started looking at that, a lot of you were asking me about, well, what if I add more than one number together? Or you were making those numbers with your chips. The bar model helps us figure those kinds of things out really easily or much more efficiently, right? Because we can see it. 3 plus 1 plus 1 equals 5, right? Or we could do 2 plus 2 plus 1, right? Also equals 5. Or we could do, let's see, 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Or we could get rid of the 2 altogether and just have 5 ones here. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 5, right? So we can make the number 5 in lots of different ways. We talk mostly about the partners or the 2 different numbers that make the number 5, but you can also make this is 5 numbers that make the number 5. So there's lots of different ways to make a number, and the bar model really helps us see that, right? Bar model helps us see the numbers that are inside of other numbers, right? Because look at the number 5. We know that the number 4, 3, 2, and 1 all fit inside the number 5, right? But does the number 8 fit inside the number 5? No. 5 fits inside the number 8, but 8 is too big, right? It does not fit inside the number 5. And the bar model helps make that really clear. Let's look at a different number. Let's look at the number 8, since I just had it out. Let's see how many different ways we can make the number 8. So we can use a 7, we know that. And how many extra do we need? Oop, 1, right? Boop. Awesome. We could use a 6. And here we'd either need an extra 1 or we'd need a 2, right? 6 and 2 equals 8. These ones are cut a little weird. Okay, right? We could use a 5. 5 fits inside the number 8. What do we need next to the 5? We need another 5. No, that's too much, right? It's gone over, so that doesn't work. Let's try, it's a 3, right? 5 and 3 more equals 8. But we could also do 5 and 2 and 1 to make 8. Or we could do 5 and 1 and 1 and 1. Does that make sense? Well, all of our numbers can be broken apart into smaller numbers, except for the number 0, right? All of our numbers have smaller numbers inside of them. And that's important to know because when we're doing things like subtraction, right, we're taking those numbers away. If we have 8 of something and we take away 5, we'll have 3 left, right? If we have 8 and we take away 5 of them, then we'll have 3 left. If we have 8 and we try to take away 10 of them, can we do that? Does that work? No. We would have negative, which we can't have, right? If we have 8 cookies and I eat 10, then I've eaten 2 imaginary cookies. And that's just silly, right? I don't have 10 cookies, I can't eat 10 of them. So the bar model helps us see the numbers inside of the other numbers. Let's look at the number 10 quick before we finish. Let's look at the number 10. We know that there are 11 partners of 10, right? We know 0 plus 10, 1 plus 9, 2 plus 8, 3 plus 7, 4 plus 6, 5 plus 5, 6 plus 4, 7 plus 3, 8 plus 2, 9 plus 1, 10 plus 0, right? We know all those. We practice them, we learn them, we can find them really quickly, we can show them on our fingers, but there's other ways we can make 10, right? We could do 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 10. Right? There's a way we could do it. 5 2s. We could do, let's see, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus, I need 1 extra. 1. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1 also equals 10, right? So there's all these extra ways to make 10 that are not part of those partners. 4 plus 4, 4's upside down, 4 plus 4 plus 2 makes 10, right? 2 plus 3 plus, we could do it in order. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. Right? Because 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10. So there's all kinds of crazy ways we can make that number. There's way more than 11. We talk about the 11 first because those are the ones we see the most often. But there's all kinds of ways we can make a number. 6 plus 3 plus 1 equals 10. 6 plus 2 plus 2 equals 10. The only partner we really can't change is 9, right? Because the only number that can go next to 9 is 1. Everybody, all the other partners can be changed a little by either breaking the number down into ones or breaking the numbers down into other things. So if you want to make your own paper bar model at home, you can. It might be a little tricky, but I think you can do it. If you need help, let me know and I can help you. Otherwise, you can also make a bar model out of things like Legos. So put together 10 Legos, 10 little ones. And then make a 9, right? You might have to make more than one of each. Make an 8, make a 7, make a 6. I don't have all of those here, but I do have, here's a 5, here's a 4, here's a 3, here's a 2, here's some 1s. You can make your own bar model with the things you have at home and try to play around with some of these different ways that you can make numbers. See what numbers fit inside other numbers. The more we play around with numbers, the faster we get at math, because we then know that if I have 10 and I take away 2, I have 8 left, because that sort of stuff is just in our brains for good. We've memorized it. We know it really well. So playing around with numbers is a great way to get much faster and much better at math. Practicing. So see if you can make your own bar model. Use the things you have around your house. If you need help, let me know and I'm happy to help you. And try to play around with some numbers. See what crazy ways you can make numbers and send them to me. Send me either pictures or send me a video of your work. I would love to see it. Good luck.